Someone forgot to rename their files and it might just save your wallet. You are scrolling through your feed, and you see this gorgeous Palm Beach boutique called Audrey and Evelyn. Everything looks perfect. There are these flowing dresses, crisp loafers, and sets that look like they belong on a Mediterranean vacation. They claim to be having a massive moving sale with 70% off everything. It looks legit at first glance. The photography is stunning. The prices sit right in that sweet spot between $50 and $70. They even boast a 30-day return guarantee to make you feel safe. But then you look closer. You look way closer. I dug into the source code of that beautiful homepage, the main hero image, the one that is supposed to represent a decade of boutique history, has a file name that is a dead giveaway. It literally says ChatGPT image May 4th, 2026. Think about that for a second. This entire brand identity was cooked up by an AI just a few weeks ago. It is a digital ghost. If you try to click their Instagram or Facebook icons, you just end up on a default Shopify placeholder page. There is no community. There are no real customers. There are no tagged photos of happy people wearing these outfits. It is just a shell. They say they are in Palm Beach, but that is a total fabrication. Every single order is actually shipping from a warehouse halfway across the world in Asia, and it gets even weirder when you look at the contact information. The email on the page says Audrey and Evelyn, but the actual back-end code links to a support address for a completely different brand. That other brand is already flagged as high risk by security researchers. It is the same template, the same closing sales story, and the same trap. People who bought from these sites before ended up with clothes that felt like thin plastic or cheap curtains. If they wanted a refund, they had to pay more for international shipping than the clothes were even worth. This is a documented pattern that consumer groups have been tracking for years. They are not selling you clothes. They are selling you a backstory. They create this emotional hook about a business closing down to make you rush your decision. They want you to feel like you are getting a steal before a local gem disappears forever. They use these AI-generated models because they do not have to pay for a real photo shoot or real products. It is a low-cost, high-profit scheme designed to vanish as soon as enough people catch on. If you already clicked buy, do not wait for the package to arrive. Call your credit card company right now. Tell them the site is misrepresented and the business location is false. If you are still just hovering over that add to cart button, do yourself a huge favor and walk away. This rabbit hole is deep and it is filled with nothing but synthetic fabrics and broken promises. I am glad I did the digging so you do not have to deal with the headache of a fake refund process. Keep your eyes peeled for those file names. Sometimes the scammers leave the front door wide open. You just have to know where to look. It is a wild world out there when an entire boutique can be generated with a few prompts and a stolen template. Stay sharp and do not let a pretty photo fool you into a bad deal.